I'm so excited.
But let's keep it together. At least until the first death.
I hope your front door is locked and your phone is switched off. It's match time, and nothing can come in the way of a head coach and his Blood Bowl.
Hello, sports fans! Welcome back to the second semi-final of the Blubble 2 2018 World Cup. I'm TheSage, and I'm joined here by VG Purist.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Alright, that was very, very exciting. Silsei going on to the grand final with his Undead. Will we see two Tier 1 teams? Will Durrun make his Orcs go all the way, or will we see Ornan's humans make their way to the grand final?
Man, it's just like you just said. Undead team, Tier 1 team's going to be making it past. Will we see another Tier 1 team taking out a Tier 2 team? That's going to be a good question. But Durrun is going to be slightly favored to win today's match.
Alright, so let's have a look at Durrun's team first. Durrun is playing as Orcs. He's got a Mighty Blow Tackle Blitzer, 2 Guard Blitzers, and he just picked up another Mighty Blow on a Blitzer. He's also got 2 Guard on Bobs, as well as a Block Thrower. This brings him to a total of 12 players with 3 rerolls and an Abo.
I just love that thrower for the Orc team. Not because we share the same name, but okay, yeah, it's because we share the same name.
Good reason.
I'm glad you know what, that's even more incentive for me to get the Orc team into the Grand Finals, because I can say, I was there! I was in the Grand Finals, guys, and I played in it. So.
Congratulations. Alright. Yeah, so, Durrun representing PlayStation 4. Good to see. Shall we have a look at Ornan's team as well? Now, Ornan is representing Rebel, also noted by the player names. He's playing as humans with only 2 rerolls, which gets him a 13th player. He also has an Apo. His Ogre has Block and Guard, and I wouldn't have expected it any other way. We saw a lot of those in this World Cup. He's got Mighty Blow piling on, which is great, but might not be enough against Orcs Armor 9. He's also got Guard on 3 Blitzers and Guard on a Catcher. 2 wasted tackles here. 13 players total.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate that he has the 2 tackles here for today's match, because it's not going to be so good. But if he gets to the next round, it'll be good again, because Ghouls on the other side of the ball with the Undead team could take him down and could take him out.
Absolutely. Facing a 12-player Undead team with 4 Ghouls, the 2 tackles will definitely come in handy. That's what Ornan is looking forward to, I'm sure. Be sure to tune in again day after tomorrow, Thursday, for that grand final.
Indeed.
All right.
So,
do you want to go over the coaches' perspectives, their personality?
Let's do that. So Durrun, he is from Canada, and actually this is going to be a North American matchup. USA taking on the Canadians, and we all know how that's going to end up, guys. But no, we don't. But still, we're just going to take a read here. So let's see here. Durrun from Canada, he plays Blood Bowl, and he actually does a little streaming himself. And I have to say that I followed Durrun from the early days, because you know what, when he's not handicapping himself, he's actually a pretty good darn player. And he was playing this so that he can help with his depression. I don't know if this is really the best game to do that with, but glad to see that he is prospering, so he'll have plenty of good reasons, about 1,000 of them, to feel good about today's match. And he don't connect much with the people in real life, but hey, he might as well just go ahead and stream and maybe just interact with some others to fulfill a sense of purpose. And he says that let's see what the other question is. Kind of mashed it all together here, this whole answer. He's
Real
just-
life, is that outside thing I've heard so much about?
I think so. I think so. But yes, Orcs versus Humans is a classic Blood Bowl matchup, is it not? It's right on the box art, and he's gonna tell his opponent, "You're all gonna go down here. Wrong!" To the winner to the other game, it's coming home to North America. So I like Durrun's sense of pride there, and of course Ornan. He is going to be playing the human team, and he is an American. I believe he said he was out of Texas, but quote me if I'm wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong, sorry. And he started out...
We're going to keep quoting you.
You're going to quote me. He started out playing Blood Bowl against the AI in Blood Bowl 1 before joining Rebo, where they really helped him to learn how to play the way that he does. And so he got to the community here, and he had such a good time, and he probably would say that if he didn't join Rebo, he probably would have quit Blood Bowl already. So it's the reason why he was able to stick to it and just stick to the champions ladder. And that's also the reason why he named his team the way he did, his players. It's after a whole bunch of the people from Rebo. So pretty good stuff. He started playing around 2 years ago, around August. So definitely going to be one of those things where Blood Bowl is not just for seasoned players to be good at. I mean, heck, even the 2016 winner, Guinness, I mean, he started playing like a few months before he was able to win the whole thing. So it's definitely a skill-based game in which you can learn, and depending on how fast you can learn is how well you'll do. An absolute Blood Bowl bath. An absolute bloodbath where I lost almost all my positionals to injury, where my favorite 300 shadowing lineman shined like a star, and that was his most memorable match. Right.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to the Rebel being a great community. It's a global league. You can play from anywhere, and you have your regular season set within your time zone. So there's an American one, a European one, and an Australasian one. And then the playoffs are held between the sub-leagues so that you have global playoffs and the chance to meet the people from across the pond. And it also has the Reddit Rookie League, which is where Ornan started out. And that's really the best place for new coaches to learn how to play the game, because it's where experienced coaches help you, show you the ropes, and will often do go over replays of your matches with you or play training games. And I would highly recommend anyone who's new to the game and looking for a great community to look for the Reddit Rookie League.
Good
highly
stuff.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, Rebo is definitely one of the larger leagues as well. I think they had 3 or 4 tickets in.
Yeah, they got the biggest leagues had 3, but the Rebel got a 4th one for being the biggest scheduled league in the game, indeed.
Man, so Durrun, we're waiting on Durrun now to start up the match. He needed a few more minutes, but yes, Durrun versus Ornan. You said that you liked Durrun, and I think we're in agreement here. And the Mighty Blows, they should activate a little bit more, make the human team hurt. 2 tackles in which not going to be used, and so the skills about even, and that's not necessarily what you want tier 1 team versus tier 2 team. We have seen though in the past though Durrun, he played a bit iffy against Wentros, where he kind of opened up the center of the pitch in the opening kickoff and allowed a lot of Wood Elves to flood through. Thankfully he didn't bite that one and was able to make it through, but still some positional plays, not extremely great, but Durrun just outlasting the other guys with the armor 9, and like I said, the Mighty Blow with the tackle should come in handy today's match.
I see we also have a lot of Rebel people in chat, apparently. Great. Yeah, I do favor the Orcs in this matchup. I think with their ability to take a beating. I mean, humans are inherently a bash team. They can run, but bash is their main strength. And doing bash against armor 9 without any claw is just very difficult. Whereas the Orcs, they might have 1 fewer guard, but they do have a lot more strength 4. And just the ability to actually get through that armor 8 is probably a lot more likely.
Yeah, I mean, the Durrun, when he started off, he can only pick 4 skills with his Orcs, and I liked how he picked with the 2 Black Orcs the guard ability so that he can utilize them, put them in the front line. He's got 4 strength, and so he's able to securely put him at some spots where 3 strength might not be good enough, and able to just push through with the Orcs. And as you can see there on the chart, I mean, Orcs, I believe, only had, what, 2 representations? Maybe just 1, I think. Actually, I think he was... no, he was one of 2 Orcs to start off with, and look at him now. The other one being Single 89 on the left side.
Right. Ornan is in chat saying he's sending his invite right now, so we're about to start the game. Exciting.
Yes, indeed. But of course, humans definitely not out of it. With the movement allowance, 8 catchers can definitely move the ball if need be by the end. I mean, humans live and die by the 1 and 9s, right? So we'll see if he's able to outbash maybe the Orc team and just take it down. I mean, he does have 1 extra guard, so definitely not out of it. But for sure, will be a little bit more up against it.
Alright, not seeing the game in the Cabal TV just yet. Yeah, both coaches have done really, really well to get this far. I mean, even just to qualify, there were thousands of qualification matches played. Lots of different leagues had their own qualifier tournament, as well as, of course, the Champions Ladder qualification option, or Champions Cup, rather. And 64 coaches qualified, and now only 3 remain, and after this match, only 2 will remain to face each other in the grand final. It will be Silsei with his undead, but will it be Ornan or Durrun? We shall see.
I have to say, though, when
soon.
you look at Durran's run, I mean, he faced off against... What is it here? He faced off against a Wood Elf team, and then after that, he faced off against a human team, and then another Wood Elf team. So he's got to be loving his matchups going into the semifinals, because now he's faced off against another human team in which he's sort of favored to win the match. So, I mean, what a nice run for him.
Well, I mean, Orcs don't really have any real weaknesses aside from wanting more skills than they start out with. It's very hard to get a good claw build going in this format, although RTSD got pretty close. I'm pretty sure that that Durrun is very happy to see Silsei and not RTSD go to the semifinals, because if there's one thing that Orcs hate facing, it's Clawpalm.
Yeah, that right there. I'm sure Durran's like thanking his lucky stars that he's not facing off against that Necromancer team with the Claw, Mighty Blow, and piling on. But Undead also going to be quite strong and quite difficult to deal with, especially with Silsei's skill set. I mean, able to play it strong and solid and able to change it up and go for the jugular by the end. I mean, just... I really like how Silsei is shaping up to be. But I did say...
It's worth noting that the finalists will get to pick one more skill on their team. So the Orcs, if they manage to win this, could pick up Tackle on their new Mighty Blow guy. Yeah. And that might have actually been part of the reason why he picked this. Looking forward to the final, having a Mighty Blow Tackle.
That actually could be the way, too. Because Durrun, he can pick up a Mighty Blow Tackler. But I think maybe with the Mighty Blow, he might think about taking Piling on. I don't know. I don't think that'd be worth it, but could happen.
We are in the game. Ornan is setting up on defense. Humans taking position. Typical Rule of 5 setup here. 3 linemen on the line. Ogre in the hard to blitz spot in the middle. And then the blitzers in the back, as well as the guard catcher in the safe spots.
Ah, yes, good stuff. Orc team taking on humans. It's on the box art cover. Can't get any more classic than this. Wow. And also from the PlayStation. Hey, look at that. Console players, not so rubbish, hey? But we'll see. Humans. And again, to note, this human team, an interesting setup. 2 rerolls to start the matches with. So, definitely looking in the face of Nuffle and smiling back. The Orc team setting up here. Is he on defense? Yes, it looks like he's on defense. No, actually, Orc thrower's on there.
The humans have set up for defense, and now the Orcs are setting up to throw some punches.
Look at that. Okay, so the Orc team is going to receive the ball. Unfortunately, we can't find out if he opted to kick or receive, but Orcs will have the first favor, and we'll begin the bashes off. So
If I had to guess, they chose to receive.
yeah, likely. Humans would have loved to have engaged first. Don't want to allow the Orc team to get the bashes off first and maybe get some of those injuries out. Luckily though, humans did opt to get, instead of a reroll, he did get an extra bench, so it may come into play today.
I really do like the pick of the guard on the catcher, and if the humans win, if Ornan manages to get to the final, he might actually turn him into a blodge.
There's the kickoff here, and nice little brilliant coaching. We'll give them both a little bit of something here. Or actually,
Yep, more rerolls for everyone.
yes,
Doing an
more
Oprah.
rerolls for everyone. 3 on the dice for the humans, but 2, but plus fame for the Orc team. We are underway. Orcs. Will they be able to get the injuries out? Will they be able to take out the humans before they even able to get started? Or will the humans just be able to outfox the Orcs? Oh boy. We are going to be in for it. Hopefully as close as the last match.
Bam! First punch, KO.
Hey, you know what? That was a quick and easy answer.
Indeed. Now, of course, the humans with their 13 players can afford to take a bit of a beating. Losing a couple of linemen won't hurt them too much.
Nice little hit there. No KOs there, but we'll take that down die. More great dice for Durrun. But not going to get any more out of it. One more blitz to come, and we'll see the Orc team just pick that ball up with OVGP, the solid man.
Oh, that guy.
Well, that guy. He's wonderful.
So, I have one request for this game, one thing that I really want to see. I want to see one orc die.
You want to see an Orc
That
die?
would be good. I want to see an orc die, yes.
Well, you heard it here, guys. Piling on Mighty Blow Blitzer. Iron Master, you're up to the task to make Sage happy.
So we're going to see that lineman getting blitzed, probably.
Yeah, and I like this tier 1 team with the Orc team. I'm a little bit surprised to see not more people take Orcs, because you're able to take all the positionals that you want, and not only that, you're able to get a extra guy to come in just in case something happens with your guys. And heck, you can actually just sub out the thrower if need be for the line Orcs, so it kind of shores up the disadvantage of having the thrower. But with this the way it is, I mean, able to have that sure hands pick up, and not only that, guard against the strip ball war dancer. I love it. I mean, I don't know. I just
Nevertheless, in the round of 64, orcs would be at a major disadvantage against humans.
they would be, but
The
again,
yeah.
you can't be scared. You can't play scared, Blood Bowl. You just got to go in there and win the game. But yeah, they would be massively disadvantaged.
So, we might see a blitz on that forward black orc there. Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, the humans here, yeah, likely to try to get down one of those pesky orcs. Maybe get a big injury, like you said, hey? Mighty Blow piling on a Armor 9 black orc, might as well.
Well, the orcs do have a 12th player, and with armor 9 they're not that likely to need it. So we might actually see the orc go and foul. Both down is good here, because he'd much rather stay in place than follow up, but I don't think we're going to see him pile on armor straight away. If this had been a stun, definitely.
Say do it, just do it, man. No, he's probably not going to do it, but yeah. Unfortunately, not big injuries, but of course Armor 9, hey, doing a thing. But I have seen orcs where they've just been paper mache.
Yeah. No, keeping the piling on safe for another turn makes a lot of sense. Also, having him standing in the center instead of prone on a flank means that he's much more likely to be able to blitz with him again next turn, hopefully getting that stun so that he can pile on and deal some serious damage.
And I really like that too. Just get the hit, satisfied that he's got the down die at least, and just gonna walk away and keep him tucked away as well, because even though he may not be able to get as many armor breaks, still having a second chance at getting the armor break and also the injury, or moreover the injury really, it's really nice.
I suspect we're going to see the Orcs try and target the Garters as much as possible.
The Ogre here. I don't even know if he's going to activate here. He could just stand right there. Why risk the Bonehead?
Yeah, you may very well be right with that.
And the way that the humans are positioning, just going to cede the extra space. The dodge away.
I don't think he's going to want to foul, per se, but if he manages the dodges and still has a lineman left over, we might actually see that happening.
And in chat, they're like, are we going to see the Orc throw? Probably not, guys, but hey, you know, VGP makes miracles happen.
Orcs don't have right stuff, so you can't see an Orc throw.
There's the extra dodge to disengage from the dangerous Orc line.
Yep, no pass there.
Yeah, and that's actually kind of what I was saying before the matches. Maybe Durrun takes Frenzy or something like that to help open up some space here for his Orc team, because a lot of times they're going to see the screen come up against their cage and get stifled, but if they have Frenzy, a little bit easier to move past, and you're not going to see this type of lineman behavior that's on this left side there. But unfortunately, no Frenzy there, so he opted to go with Mighty Blow. I like it, though.
Yeah, targeting the Garter, fair enough. Not getting him down, though, and this is not going to get rerolled either.
Yes.
So, big question, will we see the Orcs get stuck in and connect everywhere? Or will they be cautious and simply set up in front?
Durrun has been known to reroll those Mighty Blow hits, but not this time. It's still too early, I think. And for good reason.
Even though he got an extra one.
Yeah, he got an extra reroll on the kickoff, but right there. Just going to continue to hold back the reins. I'm so happy to not see a whole bunch of human mirror matchups by the end. That's actually what I was afraid of the most going into this World Cup. I said, oh boy, I see a bunch of humans. And this might be bad. And nothing wrong with mirror matchups, but sometimes not exciting.
It's a lot of fun to see the spread across countries and continents, the spread across races, the spread across tiers. This is two very, very balanced semifinals. I really, really like that.
I think the only thing that the World Cup could have done better to balance it was to help out the tier 3 teams and maybe even the tier 2.5, but given the time in which everything was done, let's just be happy with the way it is now.
I think having the tier 3 teams not stand a real chance is fair enough. I think if you were choose to use standard NAF rule sets for the tier 3s, no one would pick them anyway. And you don't want to buff them enough to make them competitive, because that's not their idea. But the tier 2.5, I would have liked to see more of. I would have loved if the rule set made vampires and Kislev truly appealing options.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe an extra skill or two for those guys, perhaps. Well, I think Kislevs are also very dangerous already.
More normal skills for vampire. Oh, Black Orc doesn't have block, but armor 9 holds. This time he does choose to pile on. It's in a slightly better spot, but the piling on respects the armor 9 as well.
Yeah.
We might... if this had been a knockdown, it would have been a far more appealing foul because of the follow-up. Because now it's still only 2 assists.
Yep. Well, we may see the foul anyways, but I don't know. I just don't see that happening.
It's 2 GFIs to get around that flank, though.
Yeah, now it's just...
So that's not happening.
Well, that's too bad there. Well, that's alright though. Humans can live to foul yet another day. It does have a couple guys on the bench to come in, so we are anticipating a foul sometime soon-ish, but Orcs still going to continue to play a bit conservative himself. A bit of shadow boxing in the beginning here, where a lot of times they just kind of hope that Mighty Blow hits and breaks, but they're just going to be waiting until the 5th turn to actually start moving the ball.
I don't think the Orcs will be content with standing here and exchanging 1 blitz per turn.
Looks like you might be right. Now he's going to go for the weak side, go for the blitz here on the left. But again, Mighty Blow.
Yeah. So there's only one place where he can advance clearly through that weak side, but that does mean that 2 of his Black Orcs are very much out of position on the right.
Well, the left side was open right there, and since it was not really being defended as much, I was thinking that maybe just let the humans stand in that position and have that left side a little bit more open for your Orcs, so that maybe in the next round you'll be able to take advantage of it. But now it's kind of like, okay, I blitzed the left side, now the left side is a little bit open, so the humans are going to have to react to this, as well as yourself. You kind of have to move that way. And it's a little bit easier to screen off on the sides. You kind of, when you're caging up, you kind of want to stay central to keep your cage a little bit more versatile in the direction that they can go to.
So I guess the guard Black Orc is going to reinforce the front? No, he hangs back. Okay. I would have really expected to see that guard Black Orc on the lineman who's currently next to another Bob. But I guess the Blitzer can do it as well. Would have liked to see those 2 reversed in terms of their positions.
Yeah, and I really like this from Durrun. He's basing the human team that are not the guard personnel, and so he's more or less saying, okay, you can try to bash me, or you can dodge away. Either way, I'm making you roll dice. So Durrun likely to try to force some nuffling here, if anything.
Yeah, standing up here is enough to make Ornan want to stand up and 2-die, which means his Blitzer is very, very far away. Unless he goes for the Blitz there, but then he's giving up a lot of power on the left.
Look at that Ogre just stepping in there, and that's the thing with big guys, right? You stick them in the place, put them in the faces where the humans wouldn't normally go, and that's so good about having that Ogre for the human team. They'll go to places, do the dirty work for you, heavy lifting, and with him having blocking guards, so good in this matchup.
Blitzing without Mighty Blow to no avail, but still getting an Orc down helps.
Even if he did, that Mighty Blow wouldn't have activated anywho.
So yeah, the piling on guy has simply stood up, which means there is an easy 2-die block on that flank, and still a Blitzer able to get it out. But it also means the piling on guy is not in a great position to blitz anytime soon. After blitzing, the guard reinforces the line, helping the rookie lineman from probably punching the other guard away.
Looks like the gloves are a bit off. Humans are like, okay, I match yours. I do have more guard on the line than you do, because he's got 5 guard over 4. So humans are saying, you know, I'm up to the task. I will bash your guys when given the moment. There's a nice armor break, just a stun.
Straight up 12 into 7. Mighty Blow would have made that a KO.
Started out looking good, but
still a couple of players to reposition, so the lineman in the center can probably get an assist and do a 2-die block. And I guess we're going to see the catcher shore up the left flank a little bit. Yeah.
Black Orc seeing stars, but ball far to the left. Orcs likely to move back to the center, so the stun Orcs should be back into it before it gets too much farther along, so not too bad of a stun there.
Yeah, as chat is saying, this stun is pretty influential because the Orcs are committed to the left. The humans can now leave the right completely empty. And that Black Orc is going to take a very long time to get relevant. It might not even happen this drive.
Yeah, but look at the middle. I mean, right? Two die block there, and then Get a couple of assists, no 2-die block here. The blitz afterwards should be able to open up the center.
Yeah. Now that the catcher hasn't actually reinforced the flank that much, I would have liked him to help against the Black Orc here, because then that would have been a 2-die from the last lineman instead of a 1-die as it is now.
Yep. Push away here, so that's going to be good enough to save the center a little bit more.
And the 1-die does at least take down the Black Orc, but also drops the human in his tracks. Not a big deal. It's better for him than a push would have been.
Yep, but a little bit risky. Armor 9 versus Armor 8 when it comes down to it on that both down die, but luckily no armor breaks on either side, but more for the human team.
Now the Orcs cannot afford to shy away from the Ogre, so they're going to have to punch their way through this, as is the Orc way.
Orcs doing punching? Oh man. Love it. So now the hits are coming for both sides. Who's going to get the better of it? Maybe the Orcs?
The Bob here is probably just standing up, keeping the Garter busy.
And this is the difference here. He got Black Orcs up in the front line here that has got the 4 strength, but the guard. And so it's kind of forcing the blitz out from the left side early. And he does get the both down die to free up the mighty blow.
He's going to have to be careful not to get surfed, though, because if he doesn't knock the Ogre down, this situation is pretty scary.
Yeah, he needs to get this Ogre down, if anything, to prevent his guy from...
But he does! Squiggy going down. Come on, Squiggy, you got this. There you go.
Nice
That's
hit.
my man.
Nice hit there against the Ogre. I love this big armor plate that the Ogre got in the belly here. Like, what is that? Is that a shield? I've often wondered this.
Yep. Bit surprised that the Black Orc chose not to stand up earlier, before the 2-die without block, or even before the blitz.
Well, that's the thing here on Durrun's game. Sometimes he just, wants to maybe do these other things and not necessarily always do the Blood Bowl. What's it? The
conventional wisdom.
Conventional wisdom for Blood Bowl, yes. Where you make all your moves, you make all your stand-ups, and then you start doing the dice rolls.
So, Orcs definitely making some serious forward progress here. Obviously, the Black Orc on the right is pretty useless from now on. But the Ogre is also in a difficult position. If he gets outmaneuvered, he might very well be risking getting surfed at some point. So the Orcs are going to keep a close eye on that. Try to position in such a way that they can get him down.
Here's the nice thing about playing humans. Loads of guys with 6-7 movement allowance. I mean, just so good. They can get back into position. The right side was looking like they were out of it, but then one swift move from right to left, and suddenly, hey, all the humans are back together again.
Yeah, the movement 7 on the Blitzers is definitely one of their main strengths.
Oh,
and in Blood Bowl 2, the fact that the catchers have armor 8 helps a lot as well. Makes picking guard on them way better as well.
Yeah, it's so nice for them to get that guard. And the nice thing about taking that guard on the catcher, and I pointed this out plenty of times, is why the reason why you put the guard on the catcher if you can is he's got that dodge, so you're able to maneuver him where you want and disengage and place him back where it gives your human team an advantage over wherever you need him to go in the position.
So, it's worth pointing out, both people playing right now, Durrun and Ornan, have earned $1,000 just by getting this far. And the winner of this game will earn $1,500 plus an incredible gaming PC sponsored by Asus Republic of Gamers. The grand final, the winner of the grand final will win $3,000 and an even more incredible gaming computer. And I'm a little bit jealous. Honestly, I'm a little bit jealous.
Didn't you say you needed a PC, Sage?
Well, a close friend of mine really wants my old one, yes. Yeah, I'm good.
That's good. Well, you know, all this video equipment and sound equipment really puts a tax on the CPU and all that.
To be honest, Art, yes, I would have loved to be playing right now. However, I'm super glad to have gotten as far as I did. Yeah, that Orc lineman was definitely positioned well. Bernie Buffin standing in the way. I mean, if you're orcs and you position in such a way that the humans blitz your line orc with a non-block lineman, you're doing something right.
Yeah, so far Durrun able to keep the humans a little bit unbalanced here, and it's so even. I mean, if the humans didn't, I guess more or less not wasted, but the 2 tackles not really used, and so it's just maybe that would have been better if it was just something else. It might have been something here a little bit more dominating for the humans, but right now it's about equal on the pitch.
Ooh, we're getting very close to some surfing moments, though.
Yeah, we might see it here.
He's up. He's back. He's very, very far away.
Well, that's the disadvantage of a Black Orc going down. Takes 3 movement allows to get right back up, and then with just 1 more, you just tip-toe, and that's it. But
Yeah, as Metal is saying, Durrun is leaning on his armor 9 very hard, and that can backfire. However, it's also it's your main advantage, and you have to push that, because if you try to play the disconnected game, then the human speed is gonna be really, really problem for you. You need to exchange punches left and right, and wind up with the one throwing more punches and getting more armor breaks. As the Orcs, I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah, and Durrun still has to be careful here. If he gets knuffled, that Mighty Blow Blitzer is gonna go.
He's in a very precarious spot, yes.
But right now, a human lineman has to kind of worry himself a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. If he gets the lineman out, he can then still blitz the ogre to prevent getting surfed himself.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
So
opens with a 1 die there.
Nice. And there we go. There's the bailout. What? Wow. Okay. Well, he's gonna have to blitz him now.
Yeah, but this means he can go forward quite a bit.
There we go. He's going to sneak around the left side. Why not just take this opportunity to go and get the ball up the pitch?
Catcher getting value on the dodge there.
Nice. And that is Durrun not taking a second tackle, but instead taking the Mighty Blow.
This is tricky, though. He's going to have to blitz with the Black Orc to get the ogre away.
Yeah, at least
That
he
does
doesn't
not
have stand
block.
firm yet.
1 in 81 here would be dreadful. But even a push means that the ogre is still connected.
Indeed.
It's not safe. This is not safe. I think the humans might actually make a play for the ball here. Yeah.
Yeah-ish.
Yeah-ish. That's a good way to phrase it.
At least he has a shot, but not a good shot. I mean, it's not the best shot here.
I mean, if he hangs in place, the Black Orc covering him is connected, so can be knocked down. There's also easy 3+ dodges to get to where he's at right now. If he moves forward, the screen is also connected, so everything, there is no safe spot for that thrower.
Well, he can get to the left of just the Mighty Blow tackler. There we go.
Yeah, he can. But now he's getting chain push surfed. maybe.
It's,
Honestly, this is worse.
let's see here. Oh yeah, this might be bad right here.
I think Ornan is licking his lips, looking at the options, figuring out the best way to surf that carrier without even blocking him.
This might be bad here. Humans just need to work it out in his mind to perhaps get that surf. VGP, no!
Yeah. There's a lot of options for the surf. It will require on several blocks, but it's
Boy,
definitely very, very possible.
This
I think
was-
Durrun really got himself into a very, very tough situation by pushing forward when he did.
this
But
was
he only had 3 turns left.
Yeah, I mean he kind of had to move the ball up, but a bit mispositioning here and not too much forethought on this positioning here might lose him the ball here if the humans don't work it out quickly enough in the next minute and a half. But it's easy to armchair quarterback when you're not under time. But I have to say, when you're in these tough positions, it's not easy to see it at times, and you kind of beat yourself over it afterwards during the analysis when you're just like, oh, I had this, oh no, I had that.
Yep.
Definitely been there before.
To be fair, I rarely look back at my own game, so I don't suffer from the hindsight thing much.
Oh, really? Oh, I do that all the time. I always look at every match that I play just to see what I could have done better. Just to get, just to have that bit knowledge of myself, because knowing how yourself play is also pretty key to winning more games in the future. And there's the blitz right there. And
Yeah, I don't really like that blitz.
that's
I would have liked to see blocks first clogging up the squares so that the blitz could actually get the surf to happen.
yeah, now I don't see it so easily for this surf, so I think Durrun might have dodged a little bit of a bullet here.
Well, it's still pretty possible. If he clogs up this square.
I think with 30 seconds
that's
left, if
invincible.
Ornan hasn't seen it yet,
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to.
No, and I think he just wants to be safe. Yeah, lineman doing good work there.
There's the hits.
Oh, more stuns. Armor 9 has been popping a lot.
At least just stuns, but not going to help him into this end zone. And there's the other pop there. Nice hit.
Wow.
With the mighty
next
blow.
next turn the Orcs are going to be in so much trouble. That's a guard bob going out. Ouch.
What is Durrun going to do now?
Despair.
Despair indeed. Ornan
Couple
using up-
seconds left. Throwing a 2-die there. Another Black Orc going down. Very effectively keep making him pretty much irrelevant. This is very, very scary for the Orcs. He may not have done the surf, but getting those stuns means he might very well get the chance to do the surf next turn.
Yeah, and this is another thing here in Blood Bowl where sometimes not always making the best thing happen. Well, that's alright. Sometimes position will make up for everything, and right now humans dominating looking position here as the Orcs kind of dug himself into a little bit of a hole here. Bunch more folks on the Ornan bandwagon in the chat, it seems.
Yeah, the rebel crowd really
Oh, it's
turning
the
out
rebel
in
crowd
force.
showing up. Oh my god.
Of course, always.
Is that what it is here? It's nice to be in the big league, isn't it?
Yeah, and it has what I really love about the Rebel is the massive sense of community. People doing all sorts of coverage and okay, the
Yeah, I think
blitz
with
is
that
there.
blitz,
So he's,
I think we're gonna see the throw to the line orc.
see Zeta going down. He's out.
Nice hit there.
And straight up Appo, of course, a guard blitzer. Can't afford to lose that.
Yeah, and not only
Appo
that, but
well earning his 50k.
a safe one there too, because it's guaranteed to get him back in there. I think we
Exactly.
might see a throw to the line orc or something, but maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe not. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do something.
I
I
think
mean,
we might
I
see
get,
the
I get
throw.
that he's, yeah, I get that he's aiming for the right side of the pitch because he has to go somewhere. But using up that reroll means GFIs are scary. It means the catch is scary, and the humans with their movement 7 and 8 can reposition quite effectively.
Yeah, and he can still get the blitz on the ball carrier. So I'm a little bit curious to see why he did the GFI, because anyways, he was gonna get blitzed. There's no real safe spot anyways, I think.
If he had done 2 GFIs, because he only did 1 now.
Yeah,
If he
could-
had,
Yeah.
he's
Whoa.
going from contact.
6+? What? Oh no.
Wow.
He's doing it while marked, and so that's another
Oh.
tackle zone. So -1 to the throw instead of a 5+, ended up being a 6+, which only a 30%
that
chance
was...
to pass. Oh no, that was
All right, humans, this is your cue.
that was probably the misplay of the day there. I mean, do the 2 GFIs and then throw it, right? I mean, at least be a 5+ throw.
Yeah, he's also kindly moved the ball in the right direction for the humans before throwing the pass.
So we may.
He would have been better off throwing it from where he started, although then there would have been a catch on the intercept attempt.
Yeah, a catch on an intercept roll, which you don't want. But you might as well. 6s didn't work out.
All
Well, it would've
right,
been a 5+.
pushing onto the ball. Pushing onto the ball. Oh, ball goes into a rough spot, but he still has both a block there and a blitz action. So he can free it up a little bit. And if the ogre is willing to risk the block,
Yeah, I don't even think that he needed to pass it, because even with the ball on the ground there, I mean, the thrower could have just kept holding the ball, and he didn't need to do that pass. I think I would have
yeah,
liked it.
as Metal and Squiggy are pointing out, the misplay of the day was not this pass per se, but rather getting into the situation where he needed it. That push forward, getting stuck on the line there, or on the side there, was very, very, very dangerous.
Oh boy. Well, 2 more turns left for the Orc team to play. Even if he doesn't lose the ball here, he's going to have to throw it now at the end of the period. So, Orcs now, again, on the back foot. I mean, Durrun has come back from positions like this, but can he do it yet again?
I would actually like to see the ogre block, just to get in the way, make sure that the orcs can't double back there. Even though the bonehead is a risk, even just a push is enough to solidify this position. Oh, here comes the 2 die, and it's good. Potential for piling on, but I don't think he will.
No. It's going to hold, I think.
Nope. Oh, it goes to VG Purist. who
VGP,
fails
come
to
on,
catch it.
man. You got one job. Oh, well, at least the ball's still marked by 2 Orcs, and
Yeah, but that catcher can now move forward and get next to it at least.
yeah, and also give the guard help here for a 2 die. And there you go.
Yep.
Gonna make it as uncomfortable as possible. But it's a 2 strength, so if it doesn't get this down die, but luckily it does.
Onto the ball or off it? Interesting decision. This he goes for the safer one. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So the catcher is now also in touchdown range. Not that he needs to do so this turn. The block's good.
Orcs. If he wasn't in trouble before, they are definitely in trouble
the
now.
ogre. Oh, he doesn't reroll?
Oh, he didn't reroll
Oh, he
that.
doesn't. I don't think he realized that he had 3 rerolls for 3
Oh,
turns.
he should have rerolled it just to do what he wanted, but
Yeah.
lets it go out of, sheer... I mean, you normally just kind of let those go.
Yeah, I've done that quite often.
Yeah, me too.
Situations where you think, I don't want to waste a reroll on this, and then you look at the counter and you
You're
think,
like, "Oh,
oh,
oops."
wait, there's nothing to waste there. Yeah.
I've absolutely done that as well, so that's kind of what you see here, but... Oh boy, given it's the semifinals in the World Cup, these are the kinds of mistakes you just can't make. And that actually might give Durrun a small sliver of hope here to do something down the pitch, because he needs to move down the pitch in 2, and those Orcs laying down could come into play.
To be honest, if Ornan had 2 rerolls, I would have considered rerolling that block still. Simply because getting that ogre, even on a push 1 square towards the sideline, locks down the Orcs far more.
Yeah, you're right about that. And that would have been a good one as well. Or maybe not even just activating him in the first place.
I would have definitely made that 3 die though, yes. Because where he is standing now, he's not blocking the side, and the Orcs have an option to sneak past. If he goes 1 square towards the side, suddenly it's completely locked down and they can't get away.
Oh! Both down die. Not want it. Not what Durrun wanted there. What's going to be the play here? Looks like a 2-die blitz coming up. To at least make it to where it's just 1 mark on the ball.
Yep, and both downs good enough there. That catcher is doing great work though,
Yeah,
just by being there.
I kind of would have just liked to hit that catcher instead, but I can definitely understand why I hit the lineman.
Armor 8, dodge, and on a push he's still next to the ball.
Yeah, and he's
There's just no value there.
a touchdown threat as well that you take down.
Yeah.
But here's the 3+ dodge away on the 4+ pickup on the... I don't even know what he's going to do with the ball now afterwards. Oh, 3 die? Okay.
He's just going to 3-die block. I kind of like that, actually.
Yeah, but now who's going to make the touchdown for you?
Well, the line orc on the far right.
He's wide open. Throw him the ball, VG.
That's a good stun. That is a
Oh.
crucial stun.
Critical
That
stun.
means that Ornan is probably not getting a touchdown threat out.
Use all the rerolls here for the 50% and then the 3+. No, nicely done on the 4+, 3+, and that will give him another
There we
touchdown
go.
threat.
Yeah. Yeah. The Orcs are suddenly have a fighting chance by dice, if nothing else.
We have seen Durrun come back from positions like this plenty of times. Will Nuffle smile once again on Durrun and just bailing him out, basically.
And is Ornan willing to set up a touchdown threat from this position? Because he doesn't have that many players able to truly act.
Yeah, he went on that ball, and of course, I can't blame him there, but of course now Orcs have threats himself. And
Yeah, Ogre gets back into the game. Squeaky punching an orc again.
And that'll help there with the movement. 2-die on the blitzer with the guard. And he should be able to come back and at least blitz down the tackle and mighty blow blitzer to make a throw to the line orc, which is a little bit more unlikely.
Yeah, we're talking more 6s, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
just neutralize the touchdown threat. Well done.
Yep.
Ooh,
Not only that,
Durrun himself, the mighty blow tackle orc is out.
and he's gonna use
And-
the Apo. Wow. 50%
Yep.
to get him back, and he's gonna get him back. So both Apos working out quite swimmingly. especially for the Orc team. Here.
Actually, that was a badly hurt. The Apple was a death, but the initial one was a badly hurt, so it was a guaranteed apothecary.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, okay, I'm looking at the dice roll log incorrectly. Okay.
Okay, just a push here, which is actually bad because it pushes him towards... Oh, wait, who's blocking here? Stake Mittens. That's that guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the lineman over the top. So he's going to re-roll it. Oh, no! And he's going to get nuffled! And
actually, they're both down.
That's...
Okay, so no touchdown for the humans. Still a long shot for the Orcs. One more turn.
But this actually makes things a little bit easier to see, right? Because the Black Orc now can help out and get a little bit of a push here to help the Blitzer. And I can hand off to the Blitzer if he gets him down. And then the Blitzer can actually make the throw to the Line Orc. There you go. There's the push combo right here. And the down die. So now the thrower picks it up, hands it off to the Blitzer. Blitzer runs over. He's got 6 movement allowance with GFI for the... Looks like maybe a 3+.
Actually, he can even pass to the Blitzer and hand off 2 GFIs to hand off. Because then he has pass reroll.
Well, you'd have to make the dodge. Oh, no, he doesn't do that. Oh, boy.
No.
It.
No, he could have done. Because he doesn't have to make the dodge because the Black Orc can still block that lineman down.
Oh, right. He could still just do the block.
Yeah, that would have been a nice play, actually. Because you've got reroll on the pickup, you've got a reroll on the pass. Oh. So there's only 2 3+ and 2 2+ that you need the team reroll for.
Durrun missed it.
Whereas,
he's gonna get skulled there. And so
well,
now...
speaking of the team reroll, it is now gone.
Gosh, now he's gonna have to do GFIs again with no rerolls and the catch reroll. Oh boy. This is it.
Sure Hands does a thing. VG Pure is moving up.
It's gonna be a 5+.
Does he GFI and trip to his death? No, he just snakes the pass.
Butterfingers, guys.
Nothing was gonna work. Nothing was gonna work with those dice. That means the humans can go surf and pile on at their leisure now.
Yep,
that's a luxury.
Touchdowns on either side, so this is going to go into the half 0-0. But man, real big miss there. The Blitzer could have gotten either thrown to or handed off to, and then the Line Orc would have definitely been a whole lot easier. So, Durrun needs to play elves more often so he can kind of see these things. I have to say, because that was definitely the elfy thing to do.
Okay, first one is in place. Uses the piling on guy. Are we going to see more surfs?
Well, I think all signs point to yes.
Yeah.
Especially after that one. Yeah. And at that point, Ornan was quickly seeing if he can maybe get a double push, but I don't think there was one.
Oh, the surf is bad though, but he's already pretty happy. Going 0-0 on your defending half, not taking any damage. I mean, he's appoed, and he's got a KO lino, so that's effectively no damage. Preventing a touchdown and having your full squad for offense, that is a spectacularly good half for Ornan. Basically, the status quo is you go 1-0 in your receiving half, and the opponent goes 1-0 in his. So this is half of a win for the humans.
0-0 in the halftime, where your team got stifled, but due to the mispositioning and the bad throwing by VGP, I'll take credit for that one. Unable to move the ball forward, and now it is the humans' time to shine. Full complement on both sides, no big injuries that wasn't saved by the Apo, and we are going to have a pretty good one here. Orcs still can get the ball back. Humans definitely required to score it here in the second half, so will move the ball up and could provide some opportunities. It is definitely not over yet, but humans looking a little bit more solid and playing a little bit more solidly than how Durrun had kind of directed in the first half.
So yeah, a 1-0 victory is definitely a very, very good one.
Slight advantage for the human team. Can they pull it off? Again, it's one of those games like the last one, the undead team versus the Necro, where the undead, all they had to do was just prove it, and they did by the very end. But Necro is making them work for it. Humans here are also still gonna have to work for it. And this is where learning how to be patient in Blood Bowl, grind out the 1-0 victory. This is so critical to playing good Blood Bowl.
So unlike Silse in the previous semifinal, Ornan cannot just hang back with the ball, hang onto it, and choose not to score. He needs to actually play the perfect half, stall, and score. Of course, against Orcs, scoring on turn 14, 15 is not a problem either, but ideally Ornan wants to just hang on to the ball, progress safely, score in 16, and leave the Orcs hanging without a troll or a goblin.
So we're likely going to see this match as if the Orcs had scored it either way, because the Orcs are just going to play off for a little bit, might get a few bashes here and there, wait for the humans to cross the midfield, and then likely try to pounce at that point. And unlike the Necro game versus the Undead team, where they had to be aggressive, Orcs can still just kind of wait it out a little bit and pounce at the right opportunity.
So the Orcs choose to field their thrower, which means they need their Black Orc on the line of scrimmage because they have subbed out their third lineman. They have 9 positionals, leaving them with only 2 linemen for the line. So I would guess that that Black Orc is getting piled on.
And I like that he's using VGP, the thrower. Normally he sits them out for the safety, but going to keep him in there, utilize that block ability that'll help out a little bit more. But Armor 8, a little bit more of a liability than the Armor 9.
I think if he were 1-0 ahead, he would have maybe subbed him out. But because he's behind, he needs to actually go and play more active defense. Maybe grabbing the ball, the sure hands and the pass suddenly become more valuable, even with the Armor 8.
Yes, indeed. And gets an extra reroll here. And that is really good for the Orc team, because if he wants to and get aggressive, he's got an extra reroll now to do it with.
Okay, Bernie going down again. He's alright though.
Chat saying, don't worry, Armor 8's better than Armor 9, right? Come on.
Alright, here comes the pile on the Black Orc. Can Iron Master do it?
Thus far in this game, it has been a big no, and it continues to say no.
8 into 8 on the armor, so close.
It's so far away, and that's the thing here, the Mighty Blow and piling on, sure the humans have it, but it's unlike the Claw Mighty Blow piling on, where it reduces down to 7 and then you hit with the Mighty Blow. I mean, the difference, and the Orc team will like that no big injuries has happened, and we'll be able to stand them back in the next bit. The thrower is in now for the human team for the sure hands pickup. And now how's Durrun gonna play it here? Will he just try to base up the human team and try to get bashy, or will he just stand back?
He's gonna have to. Ooh, calcium! Calcium is out.
Oh boy. That is gonna help the humans' cause right here. Rally the humans, because the ogre.
Old school fumble coach.
The ogre's good.
We're still gonna see a blitz against the guard guy, against the guard Black Orc there, and then the pickup.
Yes, and of course, chat there, Rex saying that, you know, the block with the Armor 8 is actually better than the Armor 9 without the block. And that's true. I was just making a reference if he gets hit, obviously.
So far, the humans are, of course, in a fine position They don't need to push their luck. They just need to maintain status quo.
Being a
Take
person
it slowly.
this just makes everything so much easier. With high movement allowance, does have the thrower as well.
And sure hands is not enough to secure that ball.
Unfortunately, though,
But-
the Orcs didn't really line up to.
Yeah.
to
And
get
Orcs are
anything.
slow. If this happens against Skaven or Woodies, you're in deep trouble. But against
You're in
Orcs,
deep
yeah,
trouble.
it's a minor setback.
Yeah, minor setback. I mean, you're gonna see a couple of blitzers maybe just give a little harassment, but I don't think any overcommitment would be the sound choice. Or I should say, would not be the sound choice.
Well, given how passive defense is probably not enough, I would expect to see at least one player push forward.
For sure. Let the thrower do it. I mean, I'm not gonna say, but I think he's a star. So, I mean, just get him down there.
Yeah, the movement 5 armor 8 is definitely the best candidate to go out hunting on his own.
Come on now. We just said it in chat. It's better than armor 9. So the Orcs here need to do something fairly quickly right there. Again, just going to continue to base up and try to match up the humans and bash this front line whenever possible. So there, the Orcs, as you said, not going to play too passively, will base the humans up and make them work for it a little bit more. Not going to sit back. Won't play the victim here. There's the blitz here. Does get the hit. Ooh,
Just a stun.
just a stun there. Mighty Blow doesn't even activate.
GFIing to push forward a little bit. Okay.
Just to keep an eye on the ball.
There we go. We're hunting.
Yeah.
GFI. There we go. Now that
Yeah,
is
there's-
aggressive.
You gotta
I
do
like
the other
it.
one now. Come on now. Oh, he could.
If he
did
were
it
1-0
early.
ahead, he would not be doing anything like this. It's really because of the 0-0 score, knowing he needs to upset this drive to get the win, that he's pushing so hard.
Yep.
I think Durrun would have played a lot more conservatively otherwise. So, everything's interesting now.
Yep. There's still a good chance for a cage here, and no worse for wear, but gonna have to work for a little bit with some blocks on the front line here. Boy, too bad. One more movement allowance for that blitzer with tackle and mighty blow right there would have been so much better, but unfortunately just short of the mark.
So, I expect to see that my low tackle guy get blitzed anyway, which means that if he were next to the ball, he would actually be worse, because then the assist would already be there.
Well, I mean, I always say that if you force them to blitz defensively and not being able to open up holes or put some dents in your defense, I think it's all for the better. And anyways, that is a blitzer, so both down die could happen.
True. So, the Black Orc on the line of scrimmage is easily 2-dieable. But the humans really, really do not want to see another pickup fail or another bonehead here. Either could be big, big problems for them.
If he fails this pickup again, this is just a gift from Nuffle. Once again, bailing Durrun out. Durrun always says, "Look, Nuffle hates me more," but I have to disagree. I have
I
to
really
disagree.
would have expected. I really would have expected that to be the blitz. But I guess the 2-die on the Garter is, well, awesome. Does he follow for the pylon, though? Ooh. Armor breaks, and a stun. This is definitely getting piling on.
Yep.
Pylon. Still has Mighty Blow. He rolled a 10 on the armor.
Yeah, and that's why he's gonna do it.
But the piling on is still a dud, even with Mighty Blow intact. That's gotta hurt.
This is why he went and did it, right? The piling on Mighty Blow. Actually, he had this piling on Mighty Blow combination in the last match, and it really didn't do as much in the last match as well as this one so far. So
Then
status
again,
quo.
it's what got RTSD to the semifinals.
Yeah, but Claw Mighty Blow piling on, that's the difference.
Yeah, I know block.
No block though, but still, I mean, give me that werewolf over this guy right now.
Ogre getting stuck in. So he's really gonna rely on the pickup succeeding now. With the orcs threatening the flank and the humans already progressing forward.
Okay, share hands.
Oh,
no, it's gonna fail the
fails!
pickup. The gift
He wasn't
from Nuffle.
He wasn't going to get properly safe even if he made the pickup. But this is the
Oh my
moment.
gosh.
This is the
Nuffle
moment.
is handing Durrun a gift in a gift basket, nice and wrapped up from his wife and everything. Does Nuffle even have a wife? Well, you know what?
Dude, do not mention Nuffle's wife. You'll have bad luck forever.
Bad luck
trust me.
forever. Well, you know what? Nuffle hates me anyways, so there. This is going to take something here.
Who rolled the both down there? Ah,
Must
it was a rookie Bob. So reroll
no.
used. That's a rough start. Oh, rookie lineman even.
He's gonna,
That's a rough start.
and now he's gonna make dodges without the dodge reroll. So this is gonna be a lot more difficult. Oh wow. And the
Yeah,
point,
as Soul of Dragon's Fire is pointing out, at least the filled pickups are not costing rerolls. That's a better time for a both down, absolutely.
and that's the reason why he wanted to start with the line orc hit, because he wanted to free that black orc to get this assist so they can get the blitz, so they can get another assist here and get his way towards the ball. But boy, I would have liked to see
1, 2, 3,
dodge
4,
away
5,
instead.
6, 7, 8. He still cannot get a tackle zone on the ball. That blitzer in the back is just one square short.
Yeah.
So that's rough. Does get the power on the catcher, which helps prevent the humans from taking this too far afterwards.
Wow, I would have loved to seen the dodge away for the one die blitz on the thrower. I mean, only a skull would have ruined your day.
This is nice though. This is very good.
Still, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things again where, alright, maybe you don't make the best play, but the position looks pretty good for the orcs. No safe place for the humans to go to, so what now? Kings
We
to
are
you.
fast approaching the territory where the humans need to actually out-elf the orcs, essentially, which is the situation you really want to avoid. One die, pick up, throw. I mean, at least you can free up the 2 blitzers in the center with relative ease.
At least he got another stun there on the lineman. The thrower could dodge it away, or the catcher dodges away and gets the pickup himself. But now what?
Thrower can get away after a 1-die block. Or even a 2-die if he uses one of the blitzers from the center. I think the ball is either going to go very far or wind up in the hands of the orcs next turn.
The humans got the guard blitzers there in the middle, and so actually could free the 2 guard blitzers in the middle and might be able to do something here with
Yeah, that would get him a 2-die to clear the ball.
yeah.
And maybe even a blitz to hurt the thrower. I think that would be quite okay.
Yeah, he should be able to free the thrower now easily with the blitzers being freed up in the center. Should be able to help out in the bottom.
If the ogre does his job, if the ogre boneheads now, Ornan is in even deeper, let's say, trouble.
Well, he still could be able to stand up the mighty blow piling on man, but looks like he's just gonna be content with not activating the ogre and still freeing up.
That's fair. That's actually a good shout. That is actually a very good shout.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
So, does the other blitzer move towards the 2 orc blitzers that are in the threatening half of the pitch?
Yeah, for sure. That's an easy 2-die on the thrower. Looks like he's gonna use the blitz
this
here.
is blitz. Oh,
We
oh,
get skulled here.
ooh, painful things.
That's one less reroll. Don't forget, humans only starting off with 2, and so there's one right there early in the second half, and in trouble.
I really expected to see a block here and a blitz elsewhere. There were quite a few options that were would have gotten the humans very far.
I guess
Blitzing
definitely the
the-
thought here is to
blitzing the
take down that
thrower?
blitzer, and then another 2-die block on the other blitzer to take him down, and he'll clear the ball. But
Blitzing the thrower would have made sense. Blitzing the Johnny Derp in the center would have made sense.
we don't want to touch VGP the thrower. Come on.
Aww.
Well, I mean, Ornan has some interesting opportunities. He can still get a 2-die block on the blitzer, and what he's thinking about is, what do I do after I pick up this ball? Should he hand it off to the catcher, or should he throw it to someone else? Although I think the only real play is to hand off to the catcher and then let the catcher run with it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but the catcher needs 2 dodges to get anywhere, and a 4+ catch because of where the blitz was used.
Yeah, I'm so surprised at that blitz there. I would have loved to see that blitz somewhere else. I thought he was going to do with the Mighty Blow piling on blitz that was on the catcher, where he moved him to, so
least
that
this
he
2
can
die
clear
is
that
good.
catcher.
This knockdown helps a bunch, though. Make sure that blitzer doesn't get anywhere. Now some really scary dice.
Yep.
I guess he can hang back with the thrower, actually.
Will he fail to pick up again? And that would...
What's the reach on these blitzers? He does have the room to hang back with the thrower and the ball, and then send the catcher forward. That might actually be better than trying to do it on a 4+ now with no team reroll.
He might just give it to that lineman now. He may just give it to that line. He's thinking about it. No, you know what? Thrower pick up, hand off to the catcher. He dodges away. You move the lineman first so they don't have to make a second dodge, and then you have a little escort.
8 seconds, 7 seconds.
I think that's got to be the play here.
Okay.
Okay, well, pick it up.
Oh,
my goodness! A third!
Snaked the pickup.
Snaky!
3 pickup fails in a row for Ornan.
Or
Oh, oh.
if he
oh,
loses the
oh.
game to holes, then because of holes, then he is gonna have a stern talking with that man, because I believe he's named his players after Rebo players.
Holes is definitely a rebel coach, yes.
Oh my gosh, holes. Ornan needs you now, and you failed him. How do you feel about yourself?
We're really gonna need the orcs to fail something, otherwise Ornan's launchable. Then again, having this go 1-1 would still be very, very interesting.
Look, if anything now, Durrun needs to dodge away and make the blitz. Either with the help from the other blitzer with 2 dodges, or a solo blitz down.
If I were in his shoes, I'd just be crying, I miss my elves.
Well, he doesn't play elves, so. But he needs to think like an elf at this point and just do the 3+. I mean, I'm an elf player and I do 3+ dodges any day of the freaking week.
So, Durrun definitely taking his time to think through the play here.
Yeah, and of course, since he's thinking about continue to play solid, he doesn't want to make too much.
Here comes the
error.
blitz.
There we go. There's
Dodge
the
is
blitz.
good. Knockdown is good. The thrower is down.
Yes.
Does he go for the pickup himself? He
Yes.
does. And there, unlike the humans, the orcs have no trouble picking it up. And now things are very, very scary for poor Ornan.
Shows the thrower how it's done with the blitz, with the one die, and as I've said, lots of things on the dice that is good, and he gets it 50% and does get the GFI afterwards to get away a little bit more from danger, but I think probably unnecessary, but still it feels a little bit better to get out of range from a few more guys here and there. He's gonna have to do another dodge to hopefully help solidify. But when it rains, it pours. KO on that man. We're gonna see another dodge here, though. I think.
I really want to see Ornan manage to salvage this.
No, yeah, he's gonna.
Because it feels so much more random in a way when you
Oh,
okay.
reroll quite
Catcher going
aggressively. Love that. Wanting to get the catcher down.
I can see that though.
Oh, that is beautiful. Beautiful. Now it's still gonna be
still get a 2-die.
It's still gonna be a 2-die, I think. Well, yeah, no, yeah, it's still gonna be 2-die blitz here on the ball carrier.
Yep.
But he wants the thrower to pick that ball up, which he hasn't been able to do. You know, at this point, it's almost like, look.
He's not even going to have the thrower for the pickup anymore. The thrower is assisting the block, probably.
Yeah.
Or the blitz, rather.
Right there. So there's the 2-die, and then the 2-die blitz comes
Then again, maybe if someone else tries, it'll go better.
This might go better. But yeah, here comes the blitz, and then the blitzer himself is going to pick the ball up, just like how the Orcs did it. So here we go. I don't think we're going to see any waste of time. And the blow, yes, defender down die. Beautifully done, humans.
Oh, this is massive. This is so needed for Ornan here.
The big
Straight
KO.
up removal.
Oh, and got it on the catch?
Oh, the ball bounced to the thrower, then?
The bounce throw, it went to the blitzer.
No, it bounced straight to himself. That is lovely. Showing the Shadora, showing holes how it's done. Look, dude, you just punch the guy and it pops into your hands, okay? Don't bother with the gloves. Don't bother with the bending over. Just straight up punching.
Shadora shows holes how's it done. He's like, look, guy, this is how you do it, and right the ship.
Is Ornan gonna win this game without picking up the ball once?
He won the match without picking up the ball. That's awesome. But with 2 KOs on the Orcs, humans are still up in numbers.
Yeah, this is lovely.
And
this is some awesome Blood Bowl right here.
Able to get the screen off as well. So the pressure is finally off. And loads of time on the pitch, too. I mean, 5 turns. Well, now 4 more turns afterwards. So, I mean, Ornan's going to be able to hopefully move the ball up. It's still just a one-man advantage, but still. Not done.
Yeah, he's got some blocks to throw as well.
Yeah, a couple of blocks. Might be able to get some armor breaks.
Yeah, the pickup fills were just bait for the Orcs. Nice, Vardok. Yes.
Oh, boy.
I wasn't really biased before, but seeing the play in the first half, really Ornan out-positioning Durrun, and then second half seeing him suffer those dice, now I really want him to take this home.
Yeah, you normally want to see the player or the coach that has a little bit more technical precision be paid off, because that's just how the veterans played, and you know we want that to be rewarded.
Yeah. Glad to see Ornan at least back into a competitive controlling situation.
Boy,
So the Orcs now have a tough choice. Do they push forward or do they defend for the 0-0?
what a turn of events there. Again, Nuffle gives, Nuffle takes, where the Blitzer blitzed him down, the one-die blitz, able to get him down, and also pick up the ball afterwards, and it looked to be a little bit off to the races, but Human able to just not only get his return hit, but get the KO and pick up the ball, not even pick up the ball, catch the ball on the scatter. So good. So good. Orcs now has to play defense again and hopefully get some armor breaks. He got the mighty blow in the last round to hopefully break more armor than not, but hasn't really worked out to his advantage as of yet, so could be feeling it.
4 more turns after this.
Before he had chosen the mighty blow, I was almost thinking, well, yeah, maybe guard on another black orc, or maybe even block, so that he can help take down some of these humans. That would have also been nice as well, but went with mighty blow instead. I can't blame him there, though.
Alright, both down is good enough to get 130 on the ground, but 130 is fine. Armor 8 catcher is so good.
Yeah, so he's gonna blitz through here. Yeah, mark him up. Yes.
Yeah, there's still a lot of room though. Oh, that
Dodge
matters.
away there. Nice little dodge away.
Again, when you've got the orcs dodging, then at least you're doing something right.
We gotta start playing like elves a little bit, but wanting to keep the pressure up a little bit here in the backfield.
Greenest elves, yes. Now, all the way in the back, there's actually very little for the orcs to defend with. 1 blitzer and 2 bobs. So if he gets the ball to, say, the guard blitzer who's hiding behind the ogre, he can move forward a lot. Problem is that he's not the thrower, so he'd actually need to do 2 GFIs for a handoff there.
Well, at this point, the thrower is not going to get that ball any longer. I can tell you that much.
Nope, absolutely.
There's going to be a 2-die block from the thrower, and let's see if he is able to make the block now.
Oh, I like this. I do like this. I was looking at the left flank, but actually the right is not a bad pick at all. Because now he gets a 2-die on the bob, the guard bob going down.
Yep.
Yeah, this is solid. This is very good.
Frees up the lineman to do what he wants.
Might even follow that, but no.
Yeah, keep that mighty blow tackler. Keep him under wraps. I think the scariest part here is the throw with the 2-die block. We've seen him mess up plenty of 1 and 9s.
Well, the question is also who's going to blitz the mighty blow tackler.
Like at this point, maybe even the blitzer just blitzes the blitzer away. I mean, do we want to count on the thrower doing anything at this point? I'm sorry, Holes, but you fail.
You definitely block with the thrower here. Oh, blitz with the thrower even. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Get more players forward. Knockdown here was very important. If that had been a push, it would have been a lot harder to get into a good spot.
Yeah, or worse yet.
Yeah, now the thrower can actually stick on the flank of that blitzer. And then the blitzer can run forward, maybe with 1 GFI, get here. And then the last lineman can screen off. I like this. And then the catchers can do their dodgy stuff. This is very aggressive, very positional, and very tight play.
Yeah.
Well done, Ornan.
Orcs need to disrupt all that you've just said there. So in the next round, we should see Durrun probably get a little bit more aggressive here. If given the opportunity.
So, very exciting stuff. Everyone, remember that the day after tomorrow, Thursday afternoon, we will be casting the the grand final of the Global 2018 World Cup right here on the Focus Home Interactive channel. And we will be doing full coverage of that match. Hopefully it'll be as exciting as these two have been, because this... dodge skill saving the guard catcher. That's good. Where will the last catcher go? Dodge skill again saving.
Nice.
Decides to keep the guarder in check. I'm not sure I like that because he couldn't get that far. I would have liked him to keep keeping the guard black orc based, because the guard black orc now only needs to stand up and take one step, and then
which is he was gonna prevent, and now he's gonna be able to help out on this screen. Yeah. Well, you know, I can definitely understand why you want to keep that guy on the wraps there at the bottom. Two die black here. Then afterwards, should be able to get another hit on the ogre with the other black orc. Oh, that's nice. Really needed to get something going here to square up the numbers. So there we go. 2 down on both sides. So it's 9 on 9. And
5 plus half die. It's an option. No one could ever do well in a World Cup. What? Oh.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
No one could ever do well in a World Cup game with a 5 plus half die surf, right?
Well, I mean, it could happen. It could happen, but I don't think Durrun's at that moment yet. But
I think he is. I don't think he's got... If he doesn't make a very effective play now, then he's really, really in trouble.
He's 5 plus.
Herring Zord, if he goes from this square, he doesn't surf. He needs to go from that square. There's 2 tackle zones on that. He could do a 4 plus 1 die, no surf. That's true.
Yeah, and that might be enough there to get the ball out of bounds, and then afterwards maybe get thrown to the middle of the pitch where the old thrower is.
Surf could even be a 1 die with 2 GFIs from the thrower.
And I think that's what Durrun's thinking about here. Should I do the 4 plus 1 die blitz, or should I do the 5 plus 2 red die blitz to surf? I think with the reroll already being used, I think I would just err on the side of safety and just go for the 4 plus 1 die blitz, just to get the ball out and give myself an opportunity to maybe win this game.
Scary, scary moments, no matter what. And he could also try and be more conservative, but I think the humans will take their next turn to move away from the orcs to get to safety. Now he does still have this blitzer hiding behind the black orc there. Yeah, he tries to make sure that the humans don't get completely safe on the next turn.
I think I would like to move him forward, or at least on the along the 8-yard line.
It's the safe place. It's the safe and less exciting place. Fair enough, I suppose.
Would have liked to see him down, because then VGP would have just did the GFI to help support the attack on the next bit. But no go there, and the pressure is a little bit more off. I think the blitzer went... I think the orc blitzer on the 20 went a little bit too far back. That's my feeling.
Oh, but the 1 die helps.
That's good stuff. And to get the stun. So that's on a little bit of a critical piece there. The guard. If I was doing the 1 die...
The ogre is starting to get pretty surrounded over there as well. But I would still favor the humans to score.
Yeah. And
it's not a guarantee. It's not straightforward per se. But, catcher dodging out, helping the ogre blocking. Does go for the sideline cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can get that now instead of risking dodges first.
And that's easy.
So you're watching the second semifinal, the North American one. Durrun from the US against Ornan.
No, the other way around. Durrun's
Sorry, Durrun from Canada against Ornan from the US. Yeah.
Yep.
And the one we had earlier this afternoon was Silsei from France against RTSD from the UK. And it was won by Silsei's Undead in a very thrilling last quarter of the game, where it went from a safe 1-0 lead to a scary 1-1 draw and then a 2-turn touchdown to secure the 2-1 win for Silsei.
So here, the sideline cage may get stifled up pretty good from the Black Orc help in the center after the 2-die block on the Ogre.
Yeah, Catcher coming in to help elsewhere though.
Yeah, and it's as you said before, it's like that Blitzer was pretty much inconsequential. Why mark that Blitzer way at the bottom there?
I guess the Blitzer could 3+2+2+ to get in there. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that Catcher being here. Would have much rather seen him help the Ogre out in the center, which is where the important bits are.
Yeah.
I guess if this Blitzer had pushed or knocked over, then he could have blocked the tackler with the thrower. That's not awful though. I can kind of see that.
The thrower could still, blitz through, and get the push away at least and help out over the top.
The thing is that the Ogre in his current situation can get 2-died out of the box, and then there's still 2 players able to act on whatever happens there.
There you go.
That's nice.
And that helps because now there's no easy 2-die.
Yeah, this is good. Come on, Iron Master.
Dodges away,
You
but
may
now
not have
that Black Orc might
may
actually
not have
be able to
damaged
help.
much. Nah, the Black Orc is really far away.
No, I mean that Black Orc can now put the assist that was taken away from the thrower, from the line orc. And he moves up there, but okay.
Yeah, no, this is solid.
Yeah, okay, looks like he's gonna take away the guard Black Orc from moving over to help.
It's not about the thrower's assist, it's about the thrower's cancelling of the anti-assist from Bernie.
Yes,
And he still does that, even now. So this is very, very solid play. I really like Ornan's
See that?
positioning.
You see that Durrun took away the assist from the thrower, but still selected the line orc to see that it's still 1-die. Oh man.
Yeah, the thrower is still preventing Bernie's anti-assist, and so Bernie's assist. So body armor cannot get this block with 2 dice.
I mean, he can still move the other Black Orc with guard, and move over there for the help. Oh, actually, no, he's gonna just do that. So he's gonna blitz from the backside, okay. And oh, good, defender down die. And he needs more if he hopes to stifle this side cage. Do the GFIs. Oh
There we
boy,
go.
gonna get paid off here, and also move over the tackle. I mean, the blitzer over the top. Nicely done. This is why I hate side cages. Right here, guys. Right here, side cage.
Yeah, it was still the play to make.
Well, now you can just do a 2-die on the ogre.
Yeah.
Sure, the Black Orcs won't be able to come help, but I mean, at least he's able to still do 2-die on the ogre, 2-die on the mighty blow piling
He doesn't
on.
have. He still doesn't have 2 dice on the ogre.
Is still done? Oh yeah, he done now. I take it back, guys. I take it all back.
Yeah, because the catcher has guard on the human team, the blitzer with the ball can actually just 2-die blitz his way free and then potato up top.
Nicely done. The 1-die working out so risky.
Yeah.
He does it.
Now he's got 2 dice.
Hey,
on
2
the
die.
ogre.
Like I was saying before, 2-die block.
Yeah. But that blockless 1-die was kind of,
Iffy.
cheeky.
Yeah. Iffy.
Yeah, well, he needs to push his luck because he's in a rough position that he got himself into. But yes, it worked out. Ooh,
What is this dodge?
dodging
Away?
bobs! Wow!
Look at this, a 4+ dodge away. I'm so surprised at that. He didn't necessarily need him. Why didn't he just do a 2-die block?
No, he did need it. If he stayed there, there was a 2-die blitz from Shadora himself, assisted by the guard catcher, and on a knockdown there, Shadora just runs top left, GFIs. There's no catching him.
Okay, but the thing about it is that now you freed Iron Master and he can help over the top on the ball carrier. So I mean,
It doesn't matter without that dodge, and it succeeding. The ball carrier wasn't stuck, and you need the ball carrier stuck for this to go anywhere.
Yeah, you're right about that. 75% chance to actually get that after the reroll and doesn't get it. So I mean,
He could even serve the tackler now.
it's still dice here. So Ornan could very well still get nuffled, but
Yeah, I don't think this is going to overtime. I think Ornan will do the blitz. If he doesn't get the knockdown, he'll probably reroll it even.
I don't know.
He could even do the blitz with the lineman, because he's got 2 assists there. Yep,
Yeah, he still got
and
it.
he gets it.
Oh, nice.
And that means that the blitzer can now just run as far as his legs can carry him.
Yep.
Well, he followed it.
Hey.
I did not expect that. Well, he can still move. It doesn't matter much.
He can still move. Yeah, he's alright.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Could have even stuck him on the side, marking Onanya there. I think we're just going to see Shadora walk to the top left, GFI a bit. Screened off by the Iron Master. No, apparently he's not GFIing, because then he would have moved Iron Master first. That's fine too.
Blitzer should be able to get some help.
Nah.
And the Orcs, I think, are way out of position here. Maybe one more GFI from Shadora. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Iron Master secure this position first, and then have Shadora do just what he does now, but then with a GFI or maybe even 2.
Yes, but either way, he's still looking pretty good.
Yeah, but now he'll need the guard catcher to go behind the guard orc blitzer to prevent that guy from blitzing.
Yeah. Still got one more blitzer in range, so yeah. Catcher with guard's gonna have to come around and stifle him. And the other guy too.
That's solid. That is very good. Might even see the ogre dodge at the end of this turn. I mean, why not? Oh.
Hey, there we go! Why not?
There we
Why
go.
not indeed? Well, shows the 4+ dodges how easy it is to make. Look, guys.
GFI as well?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And that helps
I
out.
like that. I really like that. Go Squiggy! Squiggy does it. Wow.
Squeaky makes it
Wow.
a game here. So 3+ dodge
That
away.
is lovely.
1-die blitz.
Yeah. So
With the
now we
reroll.
just need Shadora to go down and then Squiggy to score the touchdown. That would really make it.
Yeah, well, at this point, sure, the Orcs has a blitz, but there's no real follow-up. So even if he does get the blitz, what now?
Oh, it's over.
But it is over.
Over. Woo! Well done, Ornan. Well done, Rebel Crew. Rebel Rampage.
REBBL. Rampage.
Go Squiggy. Oh,
will
wow.
be able to
Wow.
take the victory. And
It's all ogre.
will be
It is
able
all
to-
ogre now.
1-0 as Ornan wins it for the humans. The humans proving that they can win against a tier 1
Ornan.
team. And they will win the grand finals. Nicely done
So-
there.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say there won't be a one turn, but Riot could still see this go to overtime in theory. Wow, Ornan does it. The hero. Ornan versus Silsei. It's gonna be awesome.
Quite likely now that we're going to see Undead versus humans, but I mean, still Riot. Or a one-turner by Durrun, but I don't think I've ever seen him do it, so...
Assuming it is indeed Ornan going to the finals, be sure to watch us cast the finals on Focus Home Interactive channel this Thursday, and stay tuned for the exact time. It'll be sometime between 4 and 8, I think. The coaches will get a time window in which they're allowed to schedule their match.
1600 to
Ornan.
2000 hours CEST.
Yes.
So that's the
That's
time
right.
period.
Yeah. So between 4 and 8 Central European, which means between 3 and 7 UK time.
Yep.
Or
UTC.
2 and 6 UTC. Right.
So actually, with the 6 move allowance, you need a frenzy at least. So he's gonna have to rely on either a quick snap or a riot.
Yeah, he's setting up for the riot, because he knows that even with the quick snap, it's very, very unlikely.
Yeah, Durrun is the Canadian, and Ornan is the American. You kind of you got a little mixed up, but no problem, guys. I know where Ornan's from.
So. That's not a riot. It's over.
It's over.
Ornan takes the game. Congratulations.
Yay, Ornan. And
Makes it to the grand finals, also winning $1,500 and a spectacular gaming PC. Wow. Wow. Durrun heading back home, taking $1,000. Hey, that's still pretty sweet. And yeah, very, very good game. Does feel like a deserved victory for Ornan, I have to say. The positioning has just been sublime, and it was a great match. Lovely to watch, lovely to get to cast. So everyone, make sure that you're with us for the grand final day after tomorrow, Thursday. Also, thanks to our sponsors, of course, Asus Republic of Gaming. Really, really cool prizes, and we'll be back very soon. For now, we are VG Purist over there, and I'm TheSage. And whew, this was exciting.
can VGP make the throw, guys? He does. Look at that. VGP can throw it. He actually rolled 5s right there too. Look at that. Oh, awesome. Well, unfortunately.
This was great.
Hey,
This
who's
was
the
very,
MVP?
very
Yes.
cool.
It is high. Of course, yes, in the end there, the mispositioning there in the first half by Durrun and getting himself stuck and wasn't able to score it, but Ornan, with all those sure hands, failed pickups, but was not being too badly nuffled afterwards and was able to right the ship at the end, and Ornan wins it 1-0. Congratulations, guys. Ornan and Silsei. One more skill between the two of them, and the nice thing is that they're able to choose a skill for the game, so we'll see how each coach is going to prioritize.
All right, this was awesome. Thank you all very much for watching. Winning in semifinal without ever picking up the ball. I'm gonna have to end things here. Thanks to Focus for the opportunity for casting here. Of course, you can find me on my own stream as well as on my YouTube, and you can find VG on his stream and YouTube. I've just put the links in the chat. Both teams get a normal roll indeed, and they've already got their 2 doubles, but they get a normal roll for the final. I need to be guesting on another stream in 40 minutes, so I'm gonna try and get some dinner into me before that. I will see you all Thursday, and some of you tomorrow.
See you guys Thursday. Take care. This is the VG Pierce, and that is TheSage. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you all very much, and goodbye. Whew.